Glorious day out here again today. Really. I'm back in the same spot we were last time we were here last week. And first target is in here, quite deep. Ringing 47s, I think, so that could be brass. Let's see. That was only but a whisper, so I'm inviting you in. And I'm not going to talk a lot of porkies today. There we go. Is that it? Aluminum. Is that what it is? A bit of aluminum. Let's just make sure. Yep. So nothing to get excited about, but we have to dig them too, don't we? Lovely. Our first coin, a pesky. Can only be a pesky. Yep, Spanish one. How often don't we start with Spanish euro denomination coins? There we go. First usable, second target. I'm not going to be counting, I'll just show you the odd good thing here and there, but I had to show you our first coin. Well, it was a ring as a ring. Look at that. Quite a pretty little piece of glass, wouldn't you say? But I doubt if it could be a diamond because, well, it's actually shaped, cut in. It's not flat at the bottom. Could you imagine that being a diamond? Could you? Anyway, it's a bit of a ring, or it was a bit of a ring, in this little spot here, and it rings quite clipped 15s. Well, it rang quite clipped 15s. Yeah, found a few more coins. Nothing to write home about just yet, but that's what I said to the good lady Fairy Princess last time we were here. If I was finding that era coins, I should be finding that era jewelry. I want to make my way in that direction as soon as I establish how far this spot could continue. I may have to convince the good lady to leave me here and come back for me later. Maybe. I'm still at it. I have a bag full of money. All pretty good stuff, new stuff, euro denomination, 2 euros, 1 euro coins. And right here, I got this Irish Guide Dog Association or something along those lines for dog for the blind. So there you go. That's right here. That's the highest target I have found. I came up and I have found, sorry for flashing you past so quickly, I found a few coins higher up, but mostly it's, as you can see, it was great fun. Really great fun. I convinced the good lady Fairy Princess to leave me here for a few more hours and come and pick me up before dark, depending on what time before dark will be. Probably about 3 o'clock or so. I know she has an errand or two to run, so I see her coming on in the distance, in the close distance. So there you go. I need to continue on this quest. I'm going to carry on going in that direction for a while and then turn around and go back to that gully that I originally showed you. It's just fun when it's yielding like this. It's fun. I've wandered into a little patch here again. The targets are still all over. I sent the good lady away. I went up there just for the fun. First thing I find there is a 10 peg, so I decided no, it's much more profitable down here. I need to get to at least the beginnings of that shimmering, big shimmering down the bottom there before I turn around and go the other way. Why have I got you here? As I said, a wee little patch, a pesky 10 cent, and in here we got this ring. Is a ring. I know it's a cheapie, but it's a ring. That's what it is. And then just got this decimal euro, not decimal, euro 50 cent. I've got quite a few of them, so that's into the pocket, and we'll just keep on going. It's just absolutely stunning out here. Really, I can stay here in conditions like this till it gets dark, but the good lady will probably come and pick me up before that. because she doesn't really appreciate me dragging her out in the dark. That she doesn't. Anyway, let's see how far we can get along here. I must start pulling my finger a little bit, and then so that we can head into the sun. For now, fun. You okay? The breeze is picking up. I've made my way to where I wanted to over here, where the beginnings of this big lot, and it systematically got quieter and quieter. There's one there, but compared to up there, so I'm going to pick a straight line here to that other gully on the other side and see how we get on there, because we've been very blessed in this area here. So we can go and see if the blessing continues on that side. Really been great so far. I think I've been here for about 2 hours. Got here about this time, well, onto the beach this time 2 hours ago, so we can continue for another 2 hours or so in that direction and see how it goes. Ultimately I'll go out there by the hut, I'll go out to the parking, and the good lady can come and snatch me up if she wants to. Otherwise I'll have to use Tom Thumb's travel service. So let's just get going again. We've just got here, more or less, come a long way from the other side there, almost there where that person is walking. The last target I found was there, sort of opposite the cutting over there, that spot where you come onto the beach. I haven't found. I've been up and down and up there to see if there's anything come down. I'll go up one more time. But we have eventually found, which I think is our first non-euro denomination or foreign coin, 1971 Irish decimal penny, first year of minting, and it's in good nick, so it hasn't been moved around a lot. See there. Anyway, so I'm heading in that direction. That's a good thing, because I was starting to wonder if I'd left the patch behind way back there. So if we're getting a decimal right here, we'll work this little gully and just above it. There never seems to be anything on the other side of the gully. I have walked repeatedly, many occasions, gone to see. Otherwise it's lying deep in there where I can't get. Well, I don't want to get, because I don't want to get wet. So there we go. Onwards we go. What did I say about on the other side of the gully? I never find anything. There's sort of two gullies forming here. I'm getting into the area where earlier on in the month I was finding quite a lot of stuff. Here's quite the signal. Sounds like trolley token numbers. So I'm going to dig it, show you what it is. Maybe a bigger piece of maximum. So let's see if we got it, and then I'll show you what it is, and then I'll say to you, okay, it's in there. I actually got it out for a change and not dug all around it. Now we got to find it. Let's see. No, that's not on. That's on now. Where is the thing? No, it's not on. Is this thing dying on me? Okay, I've got to switch it off now. Switch it back on. Maybe I left it on again. Okay, it's on now. We're right on top of it here. I do see it, and it does look like a trolley token. So there we go. 1 times Irish decimal 2p trolley token. So that's it for now. I say thank you for joining me for these few hours. I'll give you a wrap up, because it's well worth giving you a wrap up, and also showing you this pretty beautiful place. Righto. Stay safe, stay free, and be happy. And it's 3:30, and there goes the sun. 4:30, it will be almost dark. Bye. Well, I lied again. It's not the last time I speak with you before the wrap up and the addendum. There's that. I don't know if you can spot it out in the distance. There you can. I've got about half an hour to go before I must be in the car park there. So let me just do this then. In the gully, yeah, I started finding finds. The last one was on the opposite side there before I greeted you, the 2p. Found 3 coins up to date. But here's our first Irish pre-decimal for the day. I think it's our first pre-decimal at all. Hen and pennies, a hen and chicks penny, Irish 1 pen, 1D as you can see there. I can't quite see the date, but it looks to me like it's a second series of from 19, yeah, if the date's there, as you can see, 1942, so that could be the first year of the second series, if I'm right, 1940 something, 42 by the looks of things. So there you have, we at least eventually have got a Irish pre-decimal too today. Fun.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to receive notifications.
After a very, very successful day, there's our wrap up. We'll start 2 euro coins, 7 of them. 1 euro coins, 8. 50s, 9. 20s, also 9. And 10s, also 9. Then 10 other assorted coins. There's our hen and chickens. There's a trolley token 2p. There's a half p Irish decimal. That's a 5p small Irish decimal. Don't know if you can see the bull. And a 1p. So we got all the smaller denominations. But look at the difference between the decimal 1p and the pre-decimal 1p. The hen and chickens. There was the Irish Blind Dog Association. There was our diamond, which is not a diamond, but what did you say that was? There's our ring.
Rhinestone.
Rhinestone, whatever a rhinestone may be. I'm a rhinestone cowboy. That's enough. That was a Helvetia Swiss. That was a coin that from the previous occasion that was still in my pocket. And this was a fancy Roman. That was a Queenie as well. That was a Moroccan, and that was also a Queenie. So we had an assortment. I'll try and put you better details of these, at least these 5. That was a pound, I'm sure. Not sure who that was at Eastern European. There's a glassy and another glassy. And don't forget our 4 crudders. They had to be dug. So how is that for a wrap-up of sorts? Sweet. I can't see any name on there. That has been worn. There was a slight indication of silvering on one. So it might have been silver plated at some point in time. Anyway, whoopee. There's all our whoopies. 52 coins in total. And about 30 euros worth of diesel money and Euro Millions ticket money. Whoopee! Into the little box it's going with all the other December stuff so we can have a count at the end of the month. I'll say it once more. Whoopee! Bye!